Before modern cities covered Asia, the tiger ruled forests that seemed to have no end. These forests formed a hidden kingdom, connected across thousands of wild miles. Nothing in this ecosystem ignored the tiger, because every movement could become a hunt. Rivers were not barriers to these predators. They were simply another part of their kingdom. Patience was the tiger's greatest weapon, turning a giant predator into a shadow. In only a few seconds, hidden patience became incredible speed and power. The tiger was more than a hunter. It helped shape the entire balance of the forest. But even the strongest predator had rivals that could not be ignored. Every mark carried a message. This territory was already claimed. Extreme weather tested the tiger, but the forest taught it how to endure. When the rains disappeared, survival depended on knowing where water remained. From wetlands to mountains. Farther north, some tiger populations faced winters that tested every part of their strength. A tiger does not simply see its prey, it reads the entire landscape. As human expansion grew, the tiger's ancient kingdom began shrinking around it. The tiger's greatest enemy was not always another predator. It was the disappearance of its hunting ground. When forests became separated, even powerful tigers struggled to move safely between territories. Trade routes carried people deeper into lands once ruled almost entirely by wild animals. As villages grew beside forests, the distance between humans and tigers became dangerously small. When wild prey became scarce, livestock sometimes became the easiest food available. When food became scarce, a tiger had to travel farther, spending more energy just to survive. Every territory had limits, and crossing them could trigger a dangerous confrontation. But forests could recover, and where plants returned, prey could slowly return too. Where prey moved with the seasons, the tiger had to understand the rhythm of the land. Even tangled coastal forests could become hunting grounds for a determined tiger. Survival was also about knowing when not to move. For centuries, human hunting pressure slowly changed the balance between people and predators. Generation after generation, the tiger's ancient world became smaller. The Indo-Chinese tiger had ruled the lost forests, but now it had to survive a world changing around it. The tiger's kingdom was changing, and survival now required more than strength. fragmented habitat. Isolated forests restrict movement and breeding. Sometimes survival meant crossing landscapes that once belonged to many different territories. Every new territory had to answer one question: could it provide enough food to survive? When muntjac deer returned, the forest once again became capable of supporting an Indo-Chinese tiger. A tiger may wait for hours. For the solitary ambush predator, conserving energy is as vital as the kill itself. The herd suddenly detects movement and escapes. The tiger stops and watches them disappear, a reminder that most hunts do not succeed. For a large predator, survival depends on balancing energy spent with energy gained.
When the monsoon returned, the entire forest changed its rhythm once again. Floods could erase familiar paths and force every animal to find new ground.
Mountain corridors could become vital pathways between distant wilderness areas. Even when the tiger vanished from sight, its footprints could reveal where it had traveled. Tracks, marks, and trails can help reveal the hidden life of predators long after they pass. The tiger's kingdom was changing, and survival now required more than strength. Every new field replaced a piece of the wilderness the tiger once controlled, highlighting the conflict between progress and preservation. Every new territory had to answer one question: could it provide enough food to survive? Most hunts fail, and every failed attempt costs the tiger precious energy. For a large predator, survival depends on balancing energy spent with energy gained. Mountain corridors could become vital pathways between distant wilderness areas. Shelter gave the tiger something every predator needs: a place to recover. Even when the tiger vanished from sight, its footprints could reveal where it had traveled. Eventually, people began studying the tiger, not only as a threat, but as a vital part of nature. Every track and observation helped reveal how deeply the tiger was connected to its environment. To understand the tiger, people first had to understand the forests it depended on. Even when humans entered its world, the tiger often survived by remaining unseen. A single tiger needed space, sometimes far more than people could easily imagine. Territories could overlap, but every tiger understood that boundaries carried consequences. When forests became isolated, even finding another tiger could become a challenge. Eventually, every young tiger had to leave safety and search for a world of its own.
Finding a new territory meant crossing dangerous landscapes without any guarantee of success.
Sometimes, after a long journey, a tiger could still find a place where wilderness remained. A healthy tiger habitat is not built around one animal, but an entire web of life. Sometimes the smartest survival decision was not to fight, but to move on. The same spring gradually shrinks during an extended dry season, vegetation becomes dusty, and animals gather less frequently.
When resources vanished, the tiger had no choice but to search farther. Then the rain returned, reminding the forest that survival was always a cycle. The forests changed, the world changed, but the tiger continued to adapt and endure. Behind every surviving tiger lies the memory of a much larger world.
When wild prey returns, the tiger's entire food web begins to recover. A healthy forest is not one without predators. It is one where predators belong. By controlling prey populations, the tiger helps shape the balance of the entire wilderness. Strength, camouflage, hearing, and patience turn the tiger into a master of survival.
The tiger survived because it could adapt to many worlds without losing its identity.
Every new generation carries the struggle of the old and the chance to survive beyond it. The forest does not belong to one tiger forever. It belongs to the generations that survive.
Long after empires disappear, the forest can still remember the animals that once ruled it.
A tiger's lost forests may never return exactly as they were, but we can still protect the wild places that remain.